You may see dogs in my videos sometimes wearing muzzles. To note, there are different types of muzzles. You will always see dogs that have to wear a muzzle here that is going to be a basket muzzle. That is so that they can breathe in a normal fashion. It is sized big enough that they can open their mouth, breathe, pant, bark. They can drink water with it. This way we don't have to worry about dehydration and overheat, and as well as just your state of mind. A mesh muzzle has a place. I'm not gonna say that they're terrible. You know, if you need one at a vet or, you know, something short term, sometimes they're safer for fingers not getting in there for dogs who require a muzzle. But I'm a big believer in a good quality basket muzzle, fitting it appropriately. And when you see them here, it's because these dogs need to be integrated into the group and not segregated like it's easy to do, because they're not the easiest dogs to deal with sometimes. And generally, in most cases, it's how I get them to transition into being able to be trusted. I don't know if I can trust them until I have them around other dogs. And so with proper steps, I get to a point where I can introduce them to the entire group in the pack with safety. And if we have enough time and opportunity, I can see that I can trust their decision-making skills, that we can get off the muzzle. Now, unfortunately, there are some dogs who are never gonna be able to be without a muzzle around a full group of dogs here. I'm not going to put dogs in that position that do not belong to me. I do have my own group that I can generally have almost any dog without a muzzle around. It's a very controlled group, and that's one thing. But those dogs still have freedom.
They'll never take our freedom!
Freedom is so important, and I wish they didn't have to have a muzzle on, yes. But if I have to choose between not having the fun and the experience and having a good time versus just keeping them separate and locked away or in their own yard, that's not the answer long term. That's not what I believe in. So if you do see dogs here with muzzles on, that's why. And so if you're dealing with a situation where you're considering a muzzle, or if the dog biting, humans or dogs, whatever the case is something you can't get past, a muzzle is a great tool to get there. And my goal is to always get away from the muzzle. But let's be honest, the barrier that we all struggle to get past is not knowing how to take that chance. You know, and I'm in the same boat. I'm not going to put a dog around people or other dogs that could be dangerous or a danger to them. And with a muzzle, we can safely be in that situation, and nobody has to be injured or go to the vet or the hospital. And I can then address the behavior as well, and we can work through it. You know, so to me, a muzzle for those who need it is an opportunity to gain freedom ultimately. You know, it's a controversial thing. This does not apply to so many dogs. And if you disagree with me, I just encourage you to have an open mind and remember, I have dedicated my life to really saving and helping dogs that don't succeed in other places, you know. And so I will do what's best for them, and I'm with you. I wish this weren't the case, but to me, if I have to, you know, make my choice between living like a prisoner or wearing a muzzle, you know, temporarily, or even at worst case scenario, full-time in certain situations, I'm gonna go that route. But you can be very humane. You can be loving and caring with it. Like I said, a good, well-fit muzzle that has also been appropriately introduced to the dog. I do positive reinforcement. I don't force it on the dog. It shouldn't be a negative thing. I cannot tell you how many dogs that I have met that they get excited when they see the muzzle. They see the muzzle as a good thing, whether I started with affection or treats or fun or freedom or all of the above. But once we get to that transitional phase where they're out here, that's what they see it as. When the muzzle comes out, it's a good time. That means we're gonna go have fun. Just like most dogs, when they see the leash come out or you're putting your shoes on, they get all excited. We're gonna go have a good time. And so it's not a bad thing to them. But you should also make sure you're doing it the right way. Slow down, take your time, make it a good thing. Don't shove a muzzle on a dog's face, strap it up, make it all tight, and then go drag them around the world. So they can be a good thing. You know, it kind of depends on the situation. You know, muzzles are not always a bad thing. All right, so everybody, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to check out our Patreon. We've got a lot of exclusive content coming out there. You can get much deeper, much more personal. Like, subscribe, check us out. Please continue to follow. And comments, can't say enough comments. Give me the comments. What do you want to hear? What do you think? What can I help with?